I get paid every once in a while just to keep me in strings, I'll still be singing these sad little throwaway things. I threw away all of the newspaper clippings, the letters, the photos and such, and I threw away all of the shells from the shore and the sketches you loved so much. I threw away all of the old 45s that I'd found buried under the bed, but the words and the tunes of the songs on the discs go around and around in my head. If I get paid every once in a while just to keep me in strings, I'll still be singing these sad little throwaway things. And if I can raise the ghost of a smile that the thought of you brings, I'll still be singing these sad little throwaway things. I threw away all of the sad souvenirs from the time that we spent at the coast, and I threw away all of the tired tacky tat and the ornaments you cherished most. I threw away all of the pages and pages of lyrics I learned as I read, but the words and the tunes of the songs that we wrote go around and around in my head. If I get paid every once in a while just to keep me in strings, I'll still be singing these sad little throwaway things. And if I can raise the ghost of a smile that the thought of you brings, I'll still be singing these sad little throwaway things. I threw away oh so very much, but I kept what I had to keep. It's the words that you wrote, not the things that you touched, that stopped me from getting to sleep. But if I get paid every once in a while just to keep me in strings, I'll still be singing these sad little throwaway things.
One of the, well, they tell me one of the great arts about playing people really is to try and judge the audience to see what they are ready for and what they're not ready for. And
we're not ready for it, Steve. I don't know what you're doing.
And I think you're ready for this. This song is based on a true story. I was coming back from a funeral in Bristol some 4 or 5 years back of somebody, I can't remember who it was now. It's terrible, isn't it, to say that? Anyway, so and I was looking at the Times, and there was an article in the Times that day about a gentleman called Arthur Boyt. Now Arthur Boyt is a retired civil servant from Essex who has moved to Bodmin Moor and exists on roadkill, which in itself is a fairly unpleasant thing to think about. But the interesting thing about the article it was quite a long interview with him, and he went into the various bits of roadkill which he liked particularly and bits he didn't like, and how he cooked stuff. His favourite was badger sandwiches. I remember that. Aww. And you are ready for this. You really are. and how he had actually been approached. He had approached, you wouldn't believe this, cookery book publishers to see if they would take his recipes, with very little success, I might add. Anyway, it seemed to me that, and there was a television programme on about him about 2 or 3 years later. Anyway, it seemed to me that Arthur is the man of whom blues should be about whom a blues should be written, and this is it. This is Roadkill Blues. I get up very early and I get in my car. I'm on the road before it gets light. If you wonder what I'm doing, the answer is this: I'm out looking for animals knocked down overnight. If I find one, I pull over and I check what it is, and then I throw it in the boot. If it's fresh, and then it's back home to the kitchen, skin and cut the thing up, after which I deep freeze the flesh. People often tell me what I'm doing is wrong. They say that it's in very poor taste. But roadkill is delicious if you get the right stuff. It would really be a shame to let it all go to waste. I eat all kinds of animals, they mostly taste good though. Cat, I have to say, is quite bland. But my favorite is badger into pieces of bread, especially the salivary gland. I have to say that I did make that bit up. I needed a rhyme. I'm sorry. I've eaten mole and vole and horseshoe bat. Live they may be bumptious, dead they're really scrumptious. There's nothing like a magpie pie, and rat is just delicious and especially nutritious. They say hedgehog is a delicacy if baked in clay, but I prefer to roast them with rice. The recipe I use is based on Delia Smith's, stuffed with their own giblets, they always taste nice. Labrador's delightful has the flavor of lamb, though they're usually adored family pets. I find the better they're looked after, the more tender they are. You get the best ones round the back of the vets. This morning's been successful and I found quite a lot. The motorists were busy last night. I got a barn owl and a rabbit and a small fallow deer and a squirrel whose expression tells me he died of fright. I'll have a stock cube and some vegetables and cut them up small. They'll probably make a very nice stew with bay leaf and black pepper, garlic as well, and there'll be plenty there for me and for you. Last night I had burgers made of stoat, killed by a diesel. Oh no, it wasn't weasel. My taste buds got a real treat. My pulse began to quicken, it tasted just like chicken. I've written to the publishers of cookery books to try to get my work better known. I point out that it's healthier to eat roadkill like me. You're in a lot more danger eating beef on the bone. I rarely go out shopping, I have all that I need. No Sainsbury's or Tesco's for me. I make all my own sauces, grow my own veg and get my meat along the A303. Is that a poodle? My meat along the A303.